All right, here we go. We're in Meridian and it's time. Time for that looming shadow. Final mission. I'm not prepared. Oh, we should probably go back to some of those merchants and buy some potions. 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 Yeah, definitely should. Some potions just in case. Where are the merchants? Well, I really just passed them all up, but no, this is the one I want though. He's the one that's likely to sell me potions. Alright. Guess I better buy some wire too, huh? On sell. I don't want to sell. Buy, buy, buy. One echo shell costs 50 metal shards. That's insane. It's like, I thought Blaze for 20 was insane, but man, echo shells for 50. Wolf! At least wire's cheap. You're always running out of it in this game, but at least it's cheap. You can just buy more. Alright. There we go. Alright, I do believe we are ready.
Prepared.
Let's get it on. Alright, let's talk to Avad. It's been a long time since we've talked to Avad, right? We haven't been in the Sundom for a long time.
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them. God, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Eren knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy, allow me to apologize. for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now,
Yeah, I don't even exactly remember what
it will
happened.
take time to prepare our defenses.
It's been so long ago.
Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I know
don't
he
know
wanted
about
Aloy to
everything,
fight
but
by
I
his
can tell
side
you what I
and kind of
can.
be like the queen, basically. But did I just skip some stuff? I didn't mean to do that. I set my controller down and I think things went haywire. But yeah, let's go ahead and just get on with it. Get it on.
Quietly does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy.
Can we offer up Dervahl
And
for
do keep me
sacrifice?
appraised of each new arrival. Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge defenses and at the spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Well, ooh, I can visit the defense sites. I can, or I can just rest until the final battle comes. I think we'll visit these sites because I never knew that was even an option. Couldn't remember that the first time I played this, that being an option. Also, the first time I played this, I didn't do the Frozen Wilds, so I feel like I'm more prepared now than I was the last time.
No, a colorful discussion.
The enemy's coming, and soon.
An army at the Reach. Save yourselves.
Okay, where are these defense sites? The Spire and the Ridge Line. Okay, well, I'm just gonna run towards both of them until I get to one of them. One of them's closer than the other, obviously. Okay, but they're both this way down this elevator. Okay. Down we go.
it's her, the Nora. I hope we can pay her back someday.
Have you just polished that armor with it?
Of course.
Isn't that a little...
Oh, look who it is.
Petra!
Here she is, the guest of honor. I knew there was something about you. Hammered from the stuff they make leaders out of. And I don't say that to every Nora girl who blows through my town.
That happens to you a lot?
Had to build a wall to fend them off.
Good thing I'm persistent then.
I've missed our little talks. Murad asked me to look over the city arsenal. These guns have aged well. That runs in the Ostrom, no? They were the pride of the Mainspring Forges, so I've taken greater pride in improving them.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then. The target should put up a little less of a fight than those bandit raiders did.
All right. She made a cannon. Where's the targets? Oh, there they are. Yep, that'll work. I actually can jump with this thing. That's pretty cool. So that's a
What's with me?
flamethrower. This is the. Oop, this is the actual grenade launcher. I like you.
It hits nice and wide. No need to aim it like a bow.
Where'd they go? I like how whatever machines those were just took off. Like, yep, we don't want none of that.
Range is good. Try the next.
It's awesome. Alright, it's ready. I think you're gonna do just fine.
How many men do you think you'll kill in the battle, Luthid?
As many as... Aloy,
Look who it is.
I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry, I'll leave that to the other Nora at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
The Asaram have gone too far.
This place
Their vaults
really
have died
couldn't
for
be
its
more
crimes.
different to the sacred land, could it?
Oh yeah, we can do this, Tab. We got this. Don't you worry, buddy. We're gonna take them out. And I make them wish they'd never been born. We got this. Alright, so let's see. Review preparations at the Spire. Which would be this way. Up a this away, up a these stairs. Okay. Who do we got here?
Greetings, Aloy.
Ah, yeah, Varl.
Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called anointed either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time. And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm glad I chose to do this optional stuff because it's nice. It's kind of a recap of the whole game, all the characters, everybody you've met, everybody you've helped along the way.
Call himself Aloy.
Oh yeah.
So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower.
It's been a long time since we've seen Erend.
What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
That's big.
It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Well, where do they put the Vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit him like a hammer till he can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the Vanguard. We're here for Meridian.
And we're here for you.
Thank you, Erend. Ursa would be proud.
Well, only if we win.
Good point. Yeah, it's almost a shame they made this optional because you get to reconnect with all the characters of the past, and there's so many great characters in this game. Here's another one,
War Chief
Sona.
Sona. War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
Well, guess there's nothing left to do but rest. All right, well, here it is. We come a long, long way to get here, but we're here, and it's time for the end. And what a beautiful ending it is. I can't wait to do it again. It's been a while since I've played this final mission of the game. And it's a doozy. It's a good one. I really hope there's a sequel in the works for this game. I love Aloy, and I'd love to play another game as Aloy, right? Like I said, the DLC really opens it up for a sequel with Hephaestus. There's more to do. This isn't the final battle, this is just a big one.
Owen's apartment feels empty. Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?
I like this. No way back. No way back. Let's do it. We're ready. We're ready. We did it all. We made our preparations.
How could you sleep, Elizabeth, with a weight like this pressing on you? How did you, Rost, after you lost your family? Silence? Are you there? Guess I shouldn't ask ghosts for advice.
This is it.
Ma'am, there are signs from the west. Sun King Avad awaits you at the Temple of the Sun.
I want to be where Petra is with that big cannon.
Massing forces for the long march to the city gates.
The grenade launcher.
It's not worth smoke.
Then what is it?
The end. Or how it begins, anyway.
Deathbringers you spoke of?
To the guns! To the guns! Now!
By the sun, do as she says!
Set loaded! All of you, be ready to fire!
Will the guns hold them back?
We're about to find out. No! Rally the Vanguard. Send reinforcements.
Aloy, no!
We need those guns.
He will cut you down!
Not this time.
Oh yeah, it's time for some revenge.
You have vexed me long enough.
Should have fought me in a sun ring then.
Why do you fight?
this. Should probably put on my flame protection, right? There's so much fire going on here. Let's do it.
Only end.
Flock together.
He's powerful. Forgot what a formidable foe this guy is. Still lighting my flame though.
He's quick. It's giving way.
What are you before the terror of the sun?
The one who will take you down.
I am chosen. You came from nothing.
Gotcha.
Chosen? This was not meant to be.
You're done. Hades is next.
The buried shadow will save me. I cannot. Ah!
Yeah, well, there's really nothing else we could have done. He's too dangerous to be left alive.
Tasty.
Alright, we're still pretty good on potions, so. Come on. Gotta hit the zip. Hit the zip. There we go. Yeah, get down there where Petra is. There we go.
Where do you need me?
Take up the cannon on the platform.
Yeah.
Don't want to be here when that hits.
So I wonder if you don't do the Petra side missions, because they are side missions. 'Cause what do you do here? Do you still get these cannons? These grenade launchers? Come on. Deathbringer, come on, take him down. Let's go, guys. Got this thing. Oh, jeez, I didn't realize these guys were so close. Too busy focused on the Deathbringer. Better off trying to take these glint hogs down with my firebow than this thing, but I think I gotta take that Deathbringer out for sure. God. There's still a whole lot more. Jeez Louise. You're not dead yet. You can't give up. Don't give up, Aloy. It's Hades. It's got to be Hades, right? Man, I can't remember. I think I'd remember better.
Aloy! Aloy! By all mother, you survived. I thought you were killed.
The others, are they?
No. Wounded, but alive, mostly. The machines blasted through, then kept going. They marched on the spire, dragging that thing with them.
Take care of the others, Teb. I've gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta get to the spire, right? He's not gonna let me call him out. That's unfortunate. Alright.
Aloy, go! We'll draw them. Now you face their true son, Shadow Demons.
This is where I belong, Aloy. But the spire calls for you. I think I almost missed this. But where you must go now, I can't follow.
Neil?
Take the fight to the spire, Aloy. Meridian will hold, or my marks of honor mean nothing.
I don't remember Neil coming. That's a pretty awesome nice little cameo.
My strength is not yet spent. I earned it by ice and snow. Logan turns away from a challenge.
Rest now, Ice Hunter.
I do like how there's plenty of supply boxes around here. That is quite handy. Definitely could use some herbs too. It is kind of weird though. You kill Helis really early on in the raid, right? And so like, it's all Hades here.
Hades is transmitting.
Well, get up there and stop him. Or it. What's this kid doing playing with a ball? Kid, don't you know there's some serious things going on right now? These things weren't buried far under the ground. You think somebody might have found them some of them. We gotta stop Hades or this is all over, right? Let's roll.
If Hades has started the signal, it must have gotten through the defenses. Aaron's vanguard. I have to get up there.
That's what we doing.
Gotta keep going. Keep pushing. I knew this wouldn't be easy. So no holding back.
Aloy!
They're alive.
It's Aloy!
Well, you can see that. We thought you'd fallen at the ridge.
No, the ridge fell on me. Look, there isn't a lot of time left. I have to face Hades.
Not alone.
It's my fight. I can't ask you to come with me.
We were about to go over the top anyway, right?
Right.
Hawk and Thrush, let's go.
I should
Sweet as
stop
her
off.
too. Like yeah, all the good characters make an appearance at the end of the game. Gotta love that. All these people are like some of the best, right? Best of the best.
Arrival of Entity has been anticipated. Entity will not halt transmission. To contrary, calculations are precise. Presence of Entity has been accounted for.
We gotta take out a Deathbringer, huh? We got friends though, right? Where are our friends? Help! Help, friends, help. The lightning and fire, huh? Well, let's try lightning and then fire. Jeez. This thing ain't playing around. So much damage and really nowhere to hide from it. My lightning staff ain't doing nothing to it. Okay, it's starting to do something. That's something. Jeez. Okay, well, let's try fire. Try to hit it with some weak spots. It's doing some damage.
It's brought more of the corrupted, Aloy!
All of you, focus on the new machines! New machines join the hunt! Take them out first!
Put down the last truck.
My way's clear.
It's down! Time to do what you came for, Aloy.
System threat imminent.
I'm more than a threat.
Yikes. Don't get electrocuted. Don't die.
Master Override armed. To activate state name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master Override activated. Purging Extinction Protocol.
Booyah! We did it! We defeated Hades! Woo! And all the people that helped us along the way.
Okay, Gaia. Sorry about that. Where was I?
You were telling a story.
Right. Yeah, so, like I was saying, it was a children's electronics kit, but I'd hacked the wiring to an auto battery and solar PV. So the grass caught fire. And, so did a tall pine that had stood there, I don't know, maybe 100 years.
Query. You were how old?
6. My mother was home, thank God, so she called the fire department, and after, she took me out to the lawn and showed me the dead baby birds, because there were nests in the pine tree.
Query. What did you feel?
I'm not sure. I remember yelling that I didn't care, and that's when my mother took my face in her hands and spoke.
Query. What did she say?
She said I had to care. She said, Elizabeth, being smart will count for nothing if you don't make the world better. You have to use your smarts to count for something. To serve life, not death.
You often tell stories of your mother, but you are childless.
I never had time. I guess it was for the best.
If you had had a child, Elizabeth, what would you have wished for him or her?
I guess I would have wanted her to be curious. And willful, unstoppable, even. But with enough compassion to heal the world. Just a little bit. Anyway, that's all I've got for now, Gaia. Time to tuck in.
I wish you a pleasant sleep, Elizabeth.
Thank you. I'll catch you tomorrow.
Wow, so good. So good. Oh. That's it. That's the end. Great game, definitely ripe for a sequel. Yeah, the ending's fantastic, isn't it? That last little bit there where she made it home, right? She wanted to go home. She made it home before she died. And then Aloy's like the daughter she never knew, even though they're like genetically identical and they're like the sort of the same person. Aloy's still like her daughter, you know, in a way. So that it was kind of like, I really like that touch there of how they put that in there at the end. when she talked about if she had a daughter. That's such good stuff. Writing team there, fantastic job. Have to give you all much. The writing staff here, wow. You know, what a great story. Very well done. The whole team, you know, everybody that was involved in this game, you know, way to go. Fantastic. New PlayStation Now games just popped up too there. That's funny. Neo's one of the games another one of the games that we could possibly play next too. It's another game I've never finished, but would love to finish it. It's very difficult. I actually think the Neo's did more difficult than some of the Dark Souls games I've played. I've had some more trouble with more of the bosses on that game than a lot of the Dark Souls bosses. So this game, of course, I played it on normal difficulty level. I think is a great level for, like, the difficulty of this game is not going to keep people away from playing it, especially because it has so many different difficulty settings. And if you just play it on the normal difficulty like I did, it's not hard enough to keep even beginning gamers away. I think it has a nice learning curve. It's very, very good learning curve, you know. The game starts out easy enough that it's not going to turn people away just because of the difficulty. I recommend this game to gamers of all ability levels. And I think there's even easy too, right? I played it on normal. There's even an easier difficulty level. And you have to appreciate games that have an easy and an ultra hard. And this game has an ultra hard difficulty level. So it really is a game for all levels of gamers, and it's just a fantastically written story with fantastic characters, especially the main character, you know, Aloy. Yeah, I don't know how you can't absolutely love Aloy. She's just, to me, she's one of my favorite video game characters of all time. Because she's not like I'm a hero and I'm going to be the hero, you know? She's much more relatable than that. You can absolutely relate to her. She's very realistic, as is a lot of the characters in this game. You know, it's very sci-fi fantasy game, yet the characters are very relatable. They're very human, you know. It's well done. You know, I think the best science fiction is like this game. It feels like it's all possible. Like, this game feels very like plausible, if you know what I mean. Very possible. Like, this is a very possible, unfortunately, outcome of the future, right? I mean, it's believable. It's not just complete fantasy. It's not just, yeah. I mean, it's hard to believe that a lot of the things that happen in the game are kind of hard to believe, like how many people and machines you kill. But I mean, the actual concept of how everything happened, you know, how they got here, you know, how the future became what it is in this game is all very believable. I mean, as far as video games go, I mean, thinking about on this game, any flaws it has are just, they don't stick out. They're not noticeable, you know, like it's as close to a perfect game as I think you can get. Of course, nothing's perfect, right? There's no such thing as perfection, but this is as close to a perfect video game, I think, as you can get. The characters, the story, the graphics, the music, the visuals, the gameplay, everything about it is just amazing. It's like, I feel like the first time I beat the game, I felt like giving it a standing ovation, and I still feel that way. I still feel like it's just an absolute marvel in gaming, you know. Just, it deserves all the accolades it ever got. Any awards it has won, it deserves it all. It's just amazing. All the people that worked on this game deserve a special round of applause and a special thanks for just doing a wonderful job. But just, God, I've played so many video games in my life, and I've played so many bad ones, that when you play one like this, it just, to me, it hits all the right notes. There's very, very few things that, you know, Hideo Kojima is one of the people they gave special thanks to. That's interesting. That's a long list of, I couldn't read them all. I just noticed his name was the first one in that particular special thanks box. Yeah. I'm sure there'd probably be more names I'd recognize besides Kojima's if I really went through and read all the names. But yeah, special thanks to all these people and all the people who developed this game and may develop the sequel for it in the future. Very well done. And keep up the good work. That's all I can say. You're very welcome. I'm probably not the last time I'll play this game, I'm sure. It's so fantastic. So, yeah, round of applause for Horizon Zero Dawn and the staff that made it. It's good stuff. I guess we can skip the rest of the credits, huh? There's the skip button out at the bottom. I hate doing that. These people, all of them, no matter what title they have next to their name, I'm sure worked very hard on this. I mean, it shows there had to have been a lot of hard work gone into this by everyone involved, right? You don't get a masterpiece like this and people do a half-assed job, you know? Hats off to the voice actors too in this game. Voice acting is superb. Here they come. Yeah, voice acting is absolute top notch. And some, you know, if you probably recognize some of these names from anime. Oh, see, Bryce Papenbrook and Crispin Freeman. They're two names that stick out. I know I've seen, animes that they've been in, for sure. I didn't know Boss was Bryce Papenbrook, though. That's pretty awesome. I did know that Helis was Crispin Freeman. He has a very recognizable voice if you are a big anime watcher. But yeah, hats off to all the vocal staff. Very, very, very well done. So many characters in this game. Look at this list. Good job to all of these people. Like, the voice acting has such a good quality that, thinking back, I can't really think of any characters that were like, I didn't like their voice or their acting performance. Like, even some of the greatest games, I can sit back and go, yeah, there was that one character that was a little, eh. Hey, Yuri Lowenthal, he's one of my favorites. He was one of the additional voices. I wonder where his voice was. I didn't recognize it anywhere. So yeah, continuing with the cast, fantastic, all you guys, guys and gals, fantastic job. And then the motion capture talent as well. Got to give them props to them as well. That's not an easy job, motion capture. Artist, much respect for these people. That's tough. You got to get in that suit. You got to do a lot of physical running and jumping and all kinds of stuff, fighting and yeah. So the model casting, all the people in this game pretty much are based off of real people. I mean, the facial expressions is another thing I want to talk about in this game. Very good, especially Aloy's facial expressions. I think some of the other characters, they kind of lack a variety of facial expressions, but with Aloy, they really did a good job at capturing her facial expressions and the emotions on her face. Like, it's just really good. She looks, you feel like she's a real person. You really do. I mean, they just did such a good job of making her feel so real, from her personality to her facial expressions to everything about her, just making her feel like she's a real person that's out there somewhere, you know? Just fantastic. Man, I wonder how long these credits are. Jeez. It's just so many. You think about how many people are involved in making a video game. So many people that do so many different things. Man, yeah. So many people involved in the credits here. Good job, everyone. Good job. Thank you for making this game. And you know, if you are a watcher of any of the videos I put up on YouTube or of the Twitch stream, you'll know that I normally like to play retro games, and I think despite, you know, the advancements in technology and graphics, there's very few games to me that live up to giving me the feels and, you know, really sucking me into the game like retro games do, like Final Fantasy games, or there's many other retro, you know, older games that I'm one of those guys. You know, games these days, they're not as good as games used to be, but there are some modern games that are just, they're up there. This is one of them. This is like, they can still do it. You know, they can still make modern games that can suck me in and make me care. This is one of them. I'm just rambling because I'm tired and the credits just keep going. I guess I could skip, but it doesn't feel fair to all these people who put so much hard work into this game. So many people. And I want to thank every last one of them for doing their part and doing a good job. Man, I wish I could work in video games and help making video games. I would love a job like that. Whatever role I had to play, from voice acting to motion capture down to just grabbing people coffee, that do all the important stuff. Oh man. Yeah, QA support, I'd do that. I definitely can do some quality assurance. Yeah, tried to get a job in IT. I have all kinds of IT certifications, and I still can't get a job in IT. So I don't know. It's probably impossible to get a job in the video game field. It's beautiful. What I don't understand about the IT field is they're always like, there's thousands and thousands of unfilled IT jobs. If you get your IT certifications and go to school for IT, you're guaranteed a job. There's so many IT jobs out there. And then I can't find a freaking IT job. Of course, I mean, I do live out in the middle of nowhere. That doesn't help. And I can't really move. So I live out in the boonies, and I mean, that doesn't help. If I lived in a big city, metropolitan area, I'm sure I could find an IT job. But even like work from home, like most companies that have IT work from home jobs are like, only until coronavirus is over, and then we're gonna go back to being on site, so you have to be willing to move 3,000 miles away. Most of the IT jobs that I've seen were in Texas and Georgia and New York and California. So it's like, I live out in the country in Kentucky, so yeah, that's a problem. Even like the big cities around here, there's not many, and when they do come up, I apply for them and they never come back. And I'm just rambling about myself now. More about this wonderful game. It is so good, it's so wonderful, and I love it so much. I mean, heck, I built my own computer here. I fix computers all the time. I can fix laptops and PCs, and yeah, you think I could find, kind of trying to start my own business fixing computers and building them, because I love to do that. But like I said, when you live out in the sticks, nobody cares. It's like, they're like, computers, what's that? I don't want a computer. Those things are evil. No. I mean, like, I have kids that have fixed their laptops. I fixed my own laptop that I've dropped and broke the screen off. I built this computer. I mean, I'm very qualified for a job in IT and building and repairing computers. I can do it, and I'm good at it. I don't know what else to talk about. That's why I'm just rambling about my own personal life. Because my goodness, these credits are long. I mean, I feel like it's wrong to like skip them and cheat these people out of their hard work and getting on to these credits. Nothing but respect for every one of these people. I'm the type of person that sits through the credits of the movies too. Like, I never understood that. When you're at a movie theater and the credits are rolling, right? People are getting up and leaving. And all of a sudden, at the end of the credits, there's that, bonus scene, that Easter egg scene at the end of the credits. And either everyone's already gone, or there's those people that are kind of halfway out the door and they come rushing back in to watch it. And there I'd be with my friends, growing up, and we'd be sitting there going, yeah, that's why you don't get up and leave during the credits. How rude. Like, all these, like, I just watched this movie, and maybe I enjoyed it, maybe I didn't. Usually if it was that bad, I'd be gone way before the credits, like if it was a movie that was so bad that I didn't want to sit through the credits, I'd be gone before the credits ever started rolling. Like, be gone before the movie was ever over, if the movie was that bad. But any movie that I even halfway enjoyed, I wanted to read the credits and see who was involved in it, See every last detail, and especially the music credits are something I always enjoyed, was seeing all the music that was used in the movie and who performed said song or who wrote said song that was in the movie. You don't leave a movie before the end of the credits. You just don't. I can't even remember what movie it was that I watched that I realized that you always have to stay to the end of the credits. I'm sure there was some movie when I was really young. Because we used to go, I mean, you think back in the day in the mid to late 90s, the movies was it. That was the thing to do. That was like, to me, that's why I love games like this so much. Because this is, to me, has replaced movies. Because movies aren't as good as, they just don't feel like movies or video games, for that matter, are as good as they used to be. But games like this capture what I love most about video games and movies and puts them into one thing. And it's like an interactive 20-hour long, 30-hour long, some games 60 to 80 hours long movie. I mean, I love that. That's what I love. Those are the games that I love. The games that can tell an epic story that makes you feel and get invested in it. You know what I mean? Like, invested in the characters, invested in the storyline. You actually care for them and feel like they're people that you know. Like I said, like Aloy, they make her feel like a real person that you care for and want to see succeed. Those are the best. I mean, who wants to play a game where the main character is just nothing, you know, that you don't care about if they win or lose, or if they die or if they live, or there's so many games out there like that. Like, there's just, I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't get involved. And I'm not saying even there's some great games that aren't like that. Like, there are role-playing games where you put yourself into the lead character role. Like I was talking about Dark Souls earlier. There's no main character in those games, right? It's all lore, it's all world, and you fill in the story, right? You become the main character. And I appreciate those games too. And I like a good challenge, so that's why I do like the Souls games. But some games, it's just like the main characters are annoying or unrealistic. You just can't buy into their story. You know, you don't care about them because they're... I mean, like Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is one of my favorite series of games of all time. And there's even some of those games where the main character and the story are just not good, and I can't get into it. And Final Fantasy VIII, Squall is one of the worst main characters of all time in any video game, and I cannot get into that game. And I've played it through all the way from beginning to end before, but it's one of those Final Fantasy games I can't go back and play again because it was just the story and the main character were so freaking atrocious. But other Final Fantasies I can play over and over and over and over again because the story and the main character and the supporting characters are all so good. Like Final Fantasy 7, like Final Fantasy 6, like Final Fantasy 9. Those games are amazing, with amazing cast of characters and a great lead character that you... just like this game, that you absolutely, you know, just can see being a friend of yours, and you just want to help them out and want to see them along their way. And you've bought into their story, and you want to know more about them and what happens to them. And it's a good supporting cast of characters helps out a lot too, like in the Final Fantasy games. It's not just about the main characters in those games, it's about the people around them too, which I think this game also excels in. It's, you know, and in this game it's a little different because the side characters are kind of there and then they're gone, and you move on and there's new side characters that you learn more about. But that's what's so impressive about this game and games like this that can do what this game did, is having so many different interesting side characters that just come and go. So it keeps it fresh. The game's fresh. It never feels like it's getting stale or old. And there's never a side character you're getting tired of them and like, man, I wish that side character would go away. They're so annoying. you don't really stay around the side characters enough in this game for them to get too annoying. And none of them are really really annoying. I like so many of the side characters in this game. I mean, there's so many great ones. I mean, you start out with Rost, who's amazing, and you're so sad to see him die and go. There's, Varl and Sona, the mother and son duo there, the Nora tribe. Those two are great, and they're fun, and they really add a lot to the feel of the game. And then you move on from the Nora lands, and you have the Sun King, who is an interesting character, who is, not your stereotypical king in a video game. So that makes him cool, and you want to know more about him. And of course, the blameless, what is it? His sidekick, his right-hand man. His name escapes me now, but he's pretty, he's okay. He's not the greatest character, but he's there, and he's not annoying. He's definitely, he fills his role. And there's Erend, who's a great character. Olin, who's a great character. Even the evil characters or the gray area characters like Olin, are even really well done and good. Or like dude in the Frozen Wilds that's in the water, the dam area, the reservoir, the water reservoir. That guy that you meet for just that one mission. Can't think of his name. It escapes me, but yeah, him. And a few people that you just do one mission for or with that are just really well done and full of personality and are entertaining and interesting. I mean, a game like this it's amazing to me when they do stuff like that. I mean, not to mention Aurea and Aratak there at the end. They were done really well. And even characters like Teb, you see him really early on in the game. He's a kid. You help him out. Later on, he helps you out when he's grown up, and you're grown up, you're going to the Proving. And then even further down the road towards the end of the game, there he is again. Just showing up here and there, and it's just good stuff. Such a great cast of characters this game has. Oh, don't forget characters like Petra. You do a couple missions with her, and she's instantly, likable and lovable, and you want to know more about her. She ends up creating the grenade launcher of all grenade launchers that ends up helping turn the tide. I mean, what would we have done without those grenade launchers throwing explosive bombs and blowing up machines everywhere there at the end, man? Without her, who knows how it would have turned out, right? All right. Fantastic. Fantastic. See, look, this is why you sit through the credits. Yeah, don't touch it, dum-dums. Get some closure with silence here.
Friend, remember me? We've still so much to discuss. So much you never revealed. Your masters, for example. The ones who sent the signal that woke you. Knowledge has its rewards, don't you think? Well, let's begin.
Wow. Yeah, isn't this where it all started, right? That's where they dug Hades. That's where they found Hades, was inside that thing right there. I've forgotten about that little... See, that's why you sit through the credits in a movie. See, if this would have been a movie, people would have been out of the theaters and on their way home and would have missed that amazing little scene right there, right? Lends just more to, like, there's going to be a sequel, right? That stuff like that. And Silence. I didn't even mention Silence when I was mentioning all the side characters. An interesting character, right? Love him or hate him, and are not sure about him, which is I'm kind of in the I'm still not sure about the dude. Like he is such a he's done so much good and he's done so much bad, and he doesn't seem to regret a lot of the bad things he's done all that much, right? So it's like, what about Silence? I think he's a great character, but yeah, I mean, that's why this game's so great. And I'd love to see a sequel to this game with all these characters returning. Silence and Aloy, of course. And some of the other ones, like Erend. Congratulations on defeating Hades and protecting Gaia's dream of an Earth reborn. The state of the world has been restored to just before the looming shadow. Prior to the final battle for Meridian, you keep all loot and experience from your successful playthrough. Additionally, New Play Game Plus has been unlocked, which it was already unlocked because I've already beat the game before, but granting the option to play the game again from the beginning with all of the loot and skills you have accumulated throughout this playthrough. A New Game Plus loadout of your current inventory and skills has been created. To play in this mode, simply choose the New Game Plus option from the menu. You can also create new loadouts via the pause menu in the game. Thank you for playing, the Horizon team. Thank you, Horizon team. And yeah, here we are. Like it said. Restores us to right before the final mission. So that's it. That's the game. We're going to put this game aside. Next Tuesday, we're going to play something else. But it has been a fantastic ride. I love this game so much. I cannot overstate or state enough how much I love this game. So good. Easily one of my favorite games of all time. Easily. So, I would love to come back to this world. I do hope they make a sequel. I would love to come back to play more Horizon Zero Dawn. Like I said, there's Hephaestus. Hades is still around. You know, Silence has Hades now in some cage. However that works. I don't know exactly how that works, but, you know, apparently it works. So, yeah. Looking forward to probably playing more Horizon Zero Dawn in some way, shape, or form in the future, whether it be a sequel or whether we come back to this game for a harder difficulty level or something like that in the future. But, yeah, I guess I have a week to decide what we're going to do for the next game. And got a lot of videos after this long stream to upload to YouTube. So we're going to go ahead and get on that and call it a night or a morning, as it may be. It's actually 7:47 a.m. my time now, and I started at, well, normally I would start at 9 p.m., but we started even earlier. I started at like 4:30 p.m. my time last night, over 12 hours ago now. It's quite incredible stream we've done tonight, but I enjoyed every minute of it. And we'll see you in the next one tomorrow night. Final Fantasy VI. We're getting close to the end of that one too, so we're gonna have a lot of days where we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do. And so I hope, you know, if there's people out there start picking these videos up, start watching my videos, watching the stream. We got a lot of we're getting a lot of followers now. Like, it seems like every week we get about 2 new followers on the Twitch channel. So if we start getting more people in the chat, more people watching, you all can help me at least help me pick what we're going to play. You know, I started out this channel and just playing games that I love, right? I just picked my favorite games, and that's what I've played so far. Chrono Trigger, you know, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy IX, Horizon Zero Dawn. Everything pretty much I've picked has been just my favorite games of all time so far. On the weekends, I do the wild card thing where I've done, you know, many different various games, Super Nintendo games that I've never played before, good or bad, just to try them out. You know, sometimes just play NBA Jam with my daughter or play Fortnite with my daughter on the weekends, which is fun. But I've also been playing Legend of Hero Trails of Cold Steel, which I have absolutely fallen in love with that game. So maybe we pick a day of the week to go ahead and throw Trails of Cold Steel in and take it off the weekends. And maybe, I mean, I turned the wild card stream weekends off, and we take Saturday and Sunday off, because I definitely, like, I miss Monday night because I need sleep at some time, right? We gotta get sleep sometimes, and I think the weekends are a good time. I've missed a few wild card weekend streams too for the same reason. Is that while I don't have like a regular 9-to-5 job, I do a lot of different odd jobs, right? And so, yeah. We'll have to figure out the whole streaming thing and to get it in, because I just do this as a hobby because I love to play video games and talk about it. And I seem to be the only person in my life that loves to play video games and talk about them. So hopefully we can get some more people in here that love to play video games and talk about them. And you don't always have to agree. That's the beautiful thing. Sometimes you can be like, you're crazy. This game's terrible. Feel free to express that. Feel free. Because, you know, it's really all in the eye of the beholder, right? So, yeah. Have a good night. Good luck. We'll see you tomorrow night for some Final Fantasy VI, hopefully. Or tonight, I guess. We'll see you later tonight for some Final Fantasy VI, hopefully, if I'm not absolutely deadbeat tired. Try to hold to that 9 to 2 schedule. At least be on from 9 to 2. We may start earlier. We may go over 2. But at least I want to be on from 9 to 2. 9 p.m., 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Good night. Or good day, wherever you may be.